look, if you are going to have your first loss to someone, Bryan Danielson isn't a bad shout, is it? Let's be honest. That's kind of like, yeah, I could lose to that guy. I don't know. This is my toughest match to call because it's like Ospreay's on a tier and just starting, but it's Bryan Danielson. Like you can't discount who that is, and how far this feud can build. I'm gonna go with gut. This is, I think, the second time you'll hear me say this in this pay-per-view. But I'm gonna go with gut, and I'm gonna stick with Will Ospreay to win. I don't know if it's BCC interference. I don't know if it's Don Callis interference. Maybe he joins the BCC because of the Don Callis interference. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'm going to keep it elevated, and I'm going to go for Will Ospreay to retain his winning streak, essentially, and beat Bryan Danielson in what is sure to be the match of the night. These are two greats about to throw down. Will Ospreay for the win.
This is a contender for match of the year, isn't it? Like we're we're only like in the month of April, and it's like the first pay-per-view in the new ministry season. But this is already before the match has even happened. You just know that this is going to be a contender for match of the year. The generational talent that's so good that he's so good that people, it's actually become almost trendy to hate on him, the way that idiots like to hate on Omega just because some Uncle Dave guy likes him, therefore the internet has to hate him. It's ridiculous. That's wrestling fandom, the worst part of wrestling fandom. Will Ospreay is probably the greatest wrestler alive today. And man, yes, Danielson is on his farewell tour, and he's going to do all of these dream matches. He's in the process of doing that with Okada and Sabre Jr. It's great. But as a result, Danielson is he's a man of the company. He's a man of the people. So he's going to put Ospreay over here. They may have... I can't really see them doing a string of like a best of three over the course of 3 matches. I don't see there being a rubber match in this one. It's a bit weird because they've got a bit of directionlessness with the Blackpool Combat Club at the moment. Like, they just seem to be situational heels or situational baby faces. So I don't think there's going to be any nefarious means with them. This is a wrestling match, a pure wrestling match. It's going to be 30, maybe 40 minutes of sensational, epic beauty. But I do think Ospreay is going to take this one.
Right, for this match, I'm thinking to myself, there are 2 of my favorite wrestlers from last year, like really killed it. Well, one of the independents I went to see live, the other one just smashed it until he hurt himself. So with this, it's quite difficult. But he's new in the organization. As much as Daniel is killing it right now, I believe they're going to put it on Ospreay. Ospreay's going to win. Just because if Ospreay doesn't win, it feels like you bring him in to lose. Nah. And Daniel can eat the loss and bung straight back. So yeah, I want to stick with that and go winner of this match, Will Ospreay. Yeah. Plus the fact that he's British. I'm going to go with the British guy. Could you mess you up, mate?
This is the type of match that could open the show or it could close the show. It is of that main event status. And for me, it's going to be the match that steals the show at Dynasty. Even though the world title will be the main event, this for me is the show stealer. And it's obviously going to be a very tight and tough match between Will Ospreay and Bryan Danielson. But for me, I think the Aerial Assassin is going to steal this one. Obviously, if he's going to be doing new things, he's going to be the man to watch, as one man's beginning in his career there and the other one is kind of winding down his career, then you got to give it to Will Ospreay. Bryan Danielson hasn't really got anything else to prove, whereas Will Ospreay has everything to prove and can only go on to title status after this match. So for me, the winner, the Aerial Assassin, the GOAT, the Billy Goat, Will Ospreay.
Now, if this isn't match of the night, then the other matches would have to have been just crazy, man. We're talking like, past 5 stars. Because this has all the makings of a 5-star classic match, man. We're talking about Ospreay versus Danielson, man. And these are two of the very best. In fact, I go on record again as saying Ospreay is the best wrestler in the world, bell to bell. Yeah, but many people think it would be Danielson as well. Like he's on this whole like winding down run of his career, doing his thing, kicking ass, taking names and all that. Yeah. But ultimately, like Ospreay needs this win, yeah, because he's the new guy, he's the new poster boy. He's like, I guess unofficially the top face in the company, right about now. So you're not really gonna start off his run, yeah, with a loss, are you? Yeah, even against someone as big as Danielson. Like, Danielson doesn't need that win at this point in his career. Like, so, I mean, I could see them doing it if they wanted to do a sort of best out of three, continue the story thing. But again, if you make Ospreay come in and you make him lose, you sort of diminish the stroke straight away. So, yeah, man, Ospreay for the win. He's got to take it in what's sure to be the banger of the night.